Welcome, everybody. My name is Dr. Terrence Duncan and wanted to discuss the third of our 8 modules on the dissertation process. And module 3 is known as identifying strategies for the problem statement development. This is going to be one of 2 parts in discussing how to develop a problem statement. The objectives of this module are to include the following, which is to understand problem statement development for the dissertation process. You're going to identify tools and methods in developing the problem statement, and you're also going to develop strategies for problem statement alignment. You may recall from module 2, some of the key points from the particular module includes knowing the soft and hard skills in the dissertation process. Candidates should learn how to manage their stress and anxiety as one of their mitigation plans in the development of the dissertation. Students should also be able to explore different themes of the dissertation process. We also discussed about several challenges of the dissertation processes, which includes reason why some of the candidates are pretty much locked in or are pretty much boxed in and doesn't know how to get to the next step. So understanding the challenges of the dissertation is very big, as well as knowing the ecological framework as indicated by Brofenberner, 1979. There's problems within the problem statement, believe it or not, and students should be able to recognize what are the problems that do exist in developing a problem statement. Such problems include how to develop a problem statement, how candidates approach developing the foundation to craft a sound problem statement, as well as being able to connect the gaps in the literature to the relevancy of the study. For developing a problem statement, the problem statement must be developed by the research. And a question that candidates should ask themselves prior to writing the problem statement is what other existing works, discuss the desired problem that you wish to study. According to Jacobs 2013, academic research drives the creation of a problem statement. You may recall in module 1 and 2, the discussion about the action research, and this is very vital in developing a problem statement. And if you do recall the discussion from action research from the first module, we discussed how action research is becoming increasingly popular among researchers to address community needs or specific problems that could provide transformational change. And also the action research produces knowledge grounded in local realities. Candidates should note that the research involving conflict, wherein individual professional behaviors are not synchronous with espoused behaviors, create action knowledge conflict. Ways to be able to avoid this particular conflict is to identify the gaps and develop the study to address such gaps. And also, candidates should be able to identify the constraints in their research. Sticking on the theme of action research and using action research for problem statement development, candidates should be able to develop the problem statement appropriately on the following efforts: literature reviews, meaning what literature is connected to the problem statement. Some of the answers actually are in the literature review, which is why you have to understand how to search certain keywords when you're going through your certain library databases, or if you look at other key artifacts and developing your problem statement. Personal experiences and discussion with others in the field. You talk about qualitative, quantitative methodologies, and you'll use it one or the other during the process of your dissertation. But if you look at it from a methodological perspective, you're using a qualitative theme to ascertain the experiences that such experts may have in the field. So if you're looking at something related to the pandemic in a particular demographic, you may be able to seek out the information either through published research articles or interviews, or actually even speaking to individuals that you might be working with that may be an expert in that particular field to help understand the depths of the problem. Jacobs 2013 also noted that knowledge void, action knowledge conflict, and methodological conflict, understanding those different types of conflicts and how to address those conflicts will help you develop your problem statement. Also from Jacobs 2013, there's challenges that are related to the problem statement, and these are not in one particular order, but I did use this diagram to help conceptualize it. And the 4 of them include lack of a compelling reason for research, lack of persuasion, poor topic choice, and lack of clarity. These are the more four common causes for candidates when they are struggling through their problem statements. And if you are struggling through this problem statements, look at these four areas to see, are you struggling in one of these four key elements? And if the answer is yes, then work on refining that so that you can avoid these type of conflicts. Create an alignment. Think of alignment like a car. So you have a car going through the interstate, and if your alignment's not right, the car is going to pull left or pull to right. It's not going to be centered. If your car is not aligned, it can affect everything from the performance of the efficiency of the miles per gallon, as well as it can ruin the tire tread, or actually wear it down a little bit more. So think of an alignment as a car. So when you're working on your problem statement, try to develop alignment. And actually, while you're working on your dissertation, you should still make sure that everything aligns to the problem statement. So 4 areas to discuss in alignment in relation to the problem statement includes how to properly craft a problem statement, develop an understanding of the desired methodology path, ensuring the problem statement is consistently supported throughout dissertation. And you have to understand that the problem statement is the foundation of your home. The reason why some candidates are stuck for a prolonged period of time is the problem statement. The other elements, they are very important, yes, but they are not as difficult as developing a problem statement, because you have to understand, if your problem statement is not refined, if it's not clear, if it's not articulated well enough, then the structure of the dissertation comes apart through certain elements as you're developing it. So think of the problem statement as the foundation of the home, whether it's a walkout basement, whether it's a slab home, crawl space, whatever. Just think of that, relate your problem statement to the foundation of the home. Some of the questions to ask concerning alignment as a candidate, and even if you're not working on a dissertation, if you're doing any other existential research, whether you're doing it for a grant or whether you're just doing it for like students who may be looking at this particular type of video for a thesis statement, these are definitely good questions to ask yourself as well. Or even as you are writing essays for a particular assignment, make sure that there's an alignment for your central point or the problem statement. And 3 questions you should ask include: does the intended research problem fit with the qualitative research? Does the study serve the goal of applied or theoretical research? And is the theory sufficient enough to explain the phenomenon? Some of the alignment strategies that candidates can use include the developing appropriately based methods to address alignment, and that includes literature reviews, personal experiences with discussions from others in the field, and addressing conflict. This particular matrix, this is something that I developed to help candidates go through the dissertation process. And what it is just a matrix, and it helps you spell out what your proposed problem statement could include, the purpose statement, and if you do the research, you're able to find the connectivity between your research questions to your problem statement, and also the connectivity from your purpose statement to your problem statement. So in completing a matrix such as this, you provide the potential research questions that can go along with your problem statement, as well as the purpose statement. You want to provide your citations, because you always want to build your problem statement from existing research and from a theoretical perspective. And if there's any gaps or any theories that you may find that could be helpful in developing your problem in your purpose statement, you should include that, because by understanding those gaps and understanding the theoretical framework that you propose to use for your study, then it will help you further develop your study and also help further craft your problem statement. In summary, review several sources to help develop the validity of your study. Often, some of the information that you could find could come from pre-existing dissertations that have been completed. So if you look at, that's actually in the same scope of discussion. If you look at some of their dissertations, you can be able to see some of the work that was taken to help develop their problem statement, as well as how to complete the research process. And it is an artifact, so this is not considered cheating or getting over or anything like that, but it is helpful because the dissertations are published and they're considered at the same caliber as academic research, and it's going through the same rigor as academic journals, because of the fact that you're going to have multiple experts in the field, or supervisors, mentors, chairs, to be able to look at those studies and see, does it fit the highest standard of academic rigor. Identifying gaps for feasibility of study and research. Again, it's more than just saying, I want to know why the sky is blue. You want to say, based on the particular latitude, longitude of the Earth and UV rays coming in, how does this affect the temperature in this particular neighborhood, or whatever the case may be. Or you could look at it as something as simple as, you know, a peanut butter and jelly. I always say, I always use a peanut butter and jelly sandwich example by saying, okay, well, I want to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but by the end of the day, if I say, tell me how to make a peanut butter jelly sandwich, you're able to break down the steps sequentially to be able to make the peanut butter jelly sandwich. And that's what your problem statement should be. Can you break that down to the steps in making a peanut butter jelly sandwich, and just saying, I want to make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich? The third point, understanding prior research helps improve the desired direction of the study, noted by Terrell 2015. That's where he talked about previously about understanding different dissertations or other studies that's similar to the scope of what you're doing. So, or even actually old literature reviews. Often you may find in academic journals literature reviews that may be specific near the general realm of what your problem statement could be. And by looking at the literature, it can help you provide extra links to help developing your problem statement. Ultimately, this is the first of 2 modules, and we'll continue to discuss how to develop your problem statement. Hopefully that you're able to enjoy this presentation, as well as able to take some of the information provided and use it for your own personal benefit in developing your dissertation. Definitely look forward to your comments and feedback, and have a good day.